15 years ago, I started creating my own fantasy story, and today I'm going to show the world its influences. Introducing Kinix, a wild futuristic fantasy exploring humanity through allegory and adventure.
My name's Amir. I'm the creator of Creative Animus and my novel Kinix. I want to make content like this for you full-time, so should you feel interested in supporting me, you can back my efforts on my Patreon found in the link in the description. Kenix is a story about a boy who dreams of adventure but discovers a much greater purpose in his life after one fateful night. He's one of several species of humans existing in a vast, mysterious world called Animus, which in many ways is meant to be an allegory of the human soul. I was born in the 90s, so a lot of my exposure to certain media was within that era. I took a lot of interest into anime because I felt like it was just so much more interesting than your kind of typical Western cartoons, mainly in the sense that there were very mature stories that were being captured in this art style that was very expressive and very action-packed and really imaginative. And I think a lot of that directly translates into Kenix. When I was younger, one of the kind of core memories that I have is looking at the TV screen that was hooked up to a Sega Genesis somewhere and seeing this character, racing around these very bright, colorful environments. And just something about that ethos kind of resonated with me growing up. And I think a lot of that still translates into my character design work and a lot of the kind of stylistic elements in Kinix. Something else that really influenced me was this idea of capturing emotion. And I think there are different forms of media that really stand out when I think about what was really impressive to me growing up. If we're just talking about, let's say, movies, for instance, Jurassic Park did something that was very unique for its time, at least, when I was watching as a kid. And it took this idea of taking things that were beautiful and awe-inspiring and also making them terrifying in their kind of realization. And there was something that, as a creative, I find very beautiful in that aspect. There's something that I try to emulate in a lot of my creature and enemy design because of it. In terms of other pop culture media, video games played a very big part in influencing my vision for Kinix. I'd say the works of Takashi Iizuka as well as Tetsuya Nomura also played a very big part just with regard to some of the stylistic influences that you're going to see as you're looking at the artwork and the story itself. I think for Tetsuya Nomura, he kind of first caught my attention as a name really notably when Kingdom Hearts came out back in the early 2000s. Just seeing this very ambitious combination of taking Disney and Final Fantasy and bringing that together. There's a lesser known title that he released that also left a really big impact. That game was Musashi Samurai Legend. It was a sequel to Brave Fencer Musashi, which was my favorite game growing up on the PlayStation. But there's something that he does that's just very artful, I would say, with regard to the cohesion that's used in the music, the stylistic approach, and all of that. And in particular, I kind of want to highlight this example of narrative within music and how that just blends in really well with his work. This is a track from Masashi Hamauzu that I just love that's featured in the game. Check this out. A New Hope kind of does something to you when you hear it for the first time. It's introducing you to the hero's journey, and it's immersing you into this atmosphere that's full of awe and wonder. And it does it in a way to where the percussions, breakbeat cues, even the acoustic instrumentals in the background set a tone for the story that's about to come. That ability to tell a story without using words is something else that I try to emulate in Kinix. Whether through sight, sound, or feeling, I eventually made that a must in my style of storytelling. Sharing content like this is such a powerful thing because in the same way how I got inspired by so many of these amazing exhibits in pop culture, I hope to do the same thing to you as a creative, whether you're writing a novel or you're doing something else. Inspiration takes many forms, and I'm happy to contribute. I made this video to talk about a project that represents a big part of myself in hopes of sharing it with the world. If you're a creative like me, then for whatever it is that you're making, I'm wishing you success. And if you like my content, then I'm making a book. Even the smallest support in my Patreon would mean a lot to me to help me get Kinix into realization. That's all for today's video. So for now, like and subscribe for more. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Cheers.